Hello and welcome to an episode of The Best Automatic. I'm your host, Captain Know-It-All.
And I'm your host, Captain Gorgeous.
And I'm your host, Captain Pervert. As you all know, our previous episode, that our Captain Gorgeous got a little bit upset, didn't ya?
Well, yeah, you called me Fifi, and it didn't make sense what you was on about.
Well, obviously, I'll try to explain again. Our producers, right, want us to be a bit quite successful, like, Roger Corman, because he did these very cheap movies, and obviously he made millions, and obviously he got that little whippersnapper, Ron Howard.
Oh, not Ron Howard again.
Well, no, but I'm explaining the story, right?
Well, I already know it.
Well, obviously, Ron Howard was a child actor. He was in the Andy Griffin Show, and obviously, he got older, and it did happen when there was happy days, but never mind that. That we all remember, well, I remember, Eat My Das, right? And the director, Roger Corman, had Ron Howard doing that, but Ron Howard had ambitions to be a director all that time, right? And obviously, him and his dad and his brother, right? All helped to make the movie GTA, right? And obviously, it's very popular because obviously, we got our Rolls Royce because there was a Rolls Royce in it, and obviously, the video game were on because we used them graphics and stuff, and it wouldn't happen if it wasn't for that man out there in the whole wide world, Ron Howard, that we might not had the luxury of GTA.
I don't think that is actually the case, though, is it?
Well, it's like, when Ron Howard, because he's done loads of movies, obviously he's been in a lot of movies, movies you don't know, but obviously he's done, he got popular when he did the comedy ones, but the most famous one, obviously, with that famous director, George Lucas, that he did the story of Solo, and that always reminds me of my childhood, especially what happened on ITV and all that lot.
What?
Well, yeah, because there's a character called Chewbacca, right? And I always think of, ITV was trying to emulate, Ron Howard's success, right? Because he had Clint Howard, and he was in a TV series called Gentle Ben, and I think that they had Gentle Ben, but they didn't call him Gentle Ben because it was Bungle, right, the bear, right, and he had attitude like Chewbacca, didn't he?
What do you mean?
Well, remember when he lost that serious game of Tiddlywinks against the, that monster?
The monster?
Yeah, Zippy, right? And that hippo, because hippos are very bloody dangerous.
Well, it can't be that dangerous, are they?
Well, yeah, of course the bloody well are, right? You won't want to see one of them in bloody wild. Anyhow, this was giving us, obviously false hopes about hippos and all that lot, because when Bungle, right, because he's a great big bear, right?
Right.
That he lost the game of a serious game of Tiddlywinks.
Oh, Tiddlywinks is dangerous, My mum didn't want me to play that because, when you're flicking the plastic bits, it can go in your eye or take your eye out.
Well, never mind that. It can take your bloody arm off.
What about take your bloody arm off?
Well, yeah, that's what Bungle did, because when he lost a serious match with Tiddlywinks, he lost his temper. And that's why I was introducing the whole wide world about disability. Especially when somebody's arm's been ripped off.
What the hell are you going on about now?
Yeah, I do sort of recall this, because Zippy did have two arms, didn't he?
Yeah, and Bungle, I think he got ideas from, George Lucas. Obviously, Ron Howard did the backstory of it, didn't he?
You mean Chewbacca?
Yeah, you remember the time in Star Wars?
Why are you on about Star Wars for?
Because, um, well, I've just been on the subject of Bango, aren't I? So I'll play a clip and you'll understand.
Right, okay.
Now be careful not to. He made a fair move. Screaming about it can't help him.
Let him have it. It's not wise to upset a Wookiee.
But sir, nobody worries about upsetting a droid.
That's because a droid don't pull people's arms out of their sockets when they lose. Wookiees are known to do that.
I see your point, sir. I suggest a new strategy, R2. Let the Wookiee win.
So I don't still understand. So this horrible bear was going around making people disabled.
Well, not people as such, because obviously he liked touching other people.
What the hell?
Yeah, that was an inappropriate touching episode, wasn't it? Yeah, it was, right, because there was Jane and all, because I always remember Bango, right, he wanted to show Jane his hairy behind.
He's hairy behind?
Yeah, well, he's bare behind, I should say.
Right, this sounds complicated, and this was a kids' program.
Well, yeah, I mean, there were lots of other, kids' programs on ITV, as I said.
Yeah, but my mum made sure that I watched the BBC because obviously it had Play School on,
Well, yeah, that was a bit saucy and all.
What do you mean?
Oh, the scandal, yeah, with Jemima, wasn't it? Now I thought it was Amber, wasn't it? Where she was having, a thing with Big Ted, and then Little Ted was allowed to watch. Yeah, but didn't Humpty Dumpty get a bit upset about it?
What are you on about now?
Well, that's when you got the idea to do EastEnders in it or something. Well, the British soaps and that, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it all started off with ITV because they did Corrie and stuff, didn't they? Yeah, they did, right, yeah, and then BBC started copying off ITV and all that lot.
Where are you going with this?
Well, on the episode of Rainbow, right, I always remember this safety one, about, bikes. Bikes, oh yeah, with Jeffrey helping Bungle. Yeah, because we saw Bungle going through puberty and all that lot, didn't we? Because he was a right bloody horny teenager later on.
Right, this was the kids' program.
Well, yeah, because obviously our time has moved on. It's like our beloved episode one season of Street Court, right? That just slowly disappeared. And I always remember that because I think when Bungle wanted a motorbike, you remember that episode? Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, when Jeffrey was going through his Italian job phrase. Yeah, like my bloody dad does, right? He still is, right? I'm obsessed bloody watching that.
Where are we going with this, though?
What? We're trying to educate you, right, Captain Gorgeous. I know you start studying, but obviously, we all are trying to get better about you, because you missed out on a lot by just sticking onto one channel.
My mum had to pay her TV licence, and she always, she got her money's worth out of it.
Well, yeah, but obviously, you can't turn it over to the other channel.
Yeah, but it's got adverts, and my mum didn't like me watching adverts because of a bad influence, they give me ideas of wanting stuff.
Yeah, it's that, but, thing is, though, I'm trying to reminisce on about stuff. That's what I'm trying to get at.
Oh, no, you're not going to start playing clips again, are you?
Well, obviously, I'm on about the beloved days, when we could play on GTA and use our imagination, like that bloody T-Rex,
T-Rex?
Yeah, that dinosaur, Barney, right? The one what used to eat kids, right? You never saw it really happen.
Well, you wouldn't, would you?
No,
know you had to use your imagination for that.
Yeah, he was obsessed with his imagination, was born in. Yeah, right, vicious sod he was. Yeah, right, because, I'm going to get back to my subject.
Yeah, because this is sounding a little bit complicated and a bit odd.
Well, yes, because obviously our producers have been a little bit annoyed, well, a lot annoyed, but with you, Captain Gorgeous.
Why me?
Well, obviously, because you don't understand stuff.
What do you mean I don't understand stuff?
Well, I've got to educate you about, vehicles from our generation, because you didn't watch ITV.
What's that got to do with anything?
Well, like I was on about, street court, and Bungle, we all know Bungle wanted the motorbike, yeah?
Right, so where are we going with this?
Let's reminisce.
Reminisce to what? What is this?
It's street court, that's what it reminds me of, back in the old days on GTA 5. Now, once upon a time, when this program was on the UK, not America, because America didn't even notice it was on, because obviously, because it was in this sort of American football or something, anyhow. So, Americans didn't really appreciate it, and obviously they got Airwolf and Night Rider, and always think, bloody motorbike, because technically, motorbikes are meant to be for bad people, like Marlon Brando and stuff, and Hell Angels and stuff, so, Sons of Anarchy or something, so, yeah, bikes are not very popular for Americans, so, well, not series of them anyhow.
So, what are we reminiscing for, or what you're getting at?
Well, obviously, we don't have GTA 5, and obviously we used to, and obviously it's based in really, no down to it, right, that San Santos is, LA, and once upon a time, before the AIs came along and tried to destroy it, that there was some lovely beach property, vintage beach property. I mean, obviously it's all got modernised and stuff, but yeah, that it was just very strange, that fire. I know they've had fires before, but somehow, them fires managed to destroy, because that was left on my imagination. I mean, there was the episode, right, Street Court, right, where they had this laser beam gun, right, and he shot it and like weird lightning came out of it and stuff, and things caught on fire and exploded and that.
So, why are you going with this then?
Well, yeah, I'm a bit baffled now. This is a little bit odd.
Well, no, I mean, this is quite sweet, right? Because obviously, you remember the bike, right? And everybody, when we were all young men, we all wanted a bike, didn't we? Because we thought, you get a bike, you're going to get a girl, and a girl likes a bad boy, don't she?
Technically, not all girls do.
Yeah, but there's certain girls what you do want like bad boys, like greasers and stuff, and they're really bad and don't do naughty things and stuff.
Oh, bloody hell, is that it? You got that image?
Well, if you watch bloody telly and all that, you'll know.
I do watch telly, but...
Yeah, but you watch the BBC, don't you? And it's all the British broadcast, and it's all got to be, ooh, Mary Whitehouse, and censored or something.
Well, she passed away.
Well, yeah, but at the time, well, your time and my time, if you had a
wear underpants with a carrot on, she'd complain about it.
What are you on about?
Well, she didn't like things what were orange. What do you mean? Well, like Ron Howard, she didn't like, you know, Eat My Dash, and she didn't like that. I think she complained about that.
What? I thought it was about a carrot.
Well, yeah, that was in the goodies, right? And he was wearing like a carrot on his underpants. Right, and I think she was getting at because I think she was a bit of she didn't like people with ginger hairy bits down there.
What?
Well, the colour carrots are orange, aren't they? And I think, you know, Eat My Dash, the car was orange, and I think she didn't like that. Or it could be with Ron Howard, you know, because you know the brightness of his hair and that. So. What?
Yeah, is this your intellectual brain saying this then?
My intellectual brain, it's what I saw in my childhood when I was watching classic TV, right? Back in the days, and then we have our plastic GTA and all that, look, and I am coming out with intellectual stuff, right? Because, right,
you're just making another excuse about Ron Howard.
no, I'm not, right? But we all know that he might be making another Backdraft movie or something like a James Bond movie or something, or, you know, Macau, really, because, you know, that, you know, that heat rate, bad villain maybe trying to destroy LA, you know, they're my eyes. You're very convinced this is happening, isn't it? Well, you can't say the fire ain't real. Yeah, but it's tragically sad, but yes. But I keep thinking, cause to get rid of actors and make them move away, you know, and replace them with AI, this is what people were saying on the internet at the time, back in 2025.
Well, yeah, there were.
Well, I was speculating, you know, it could be like, you know, that James Bond movie, you know, Diamonds Forever.
Look, I ain't even got that far, you know, into James Bond yet. Never mind, because I'm going for the books, as you all well know, everybody. And the first book is Casino Royale.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, you're not doing it in right order for movies.
Look, the producers want me to do it with the books.
Look, we're going off subject. You know, we might be doing a car program. We might be, you know, talking about vehicles and stuff. And this is weird what we're doing. No, it's not. Look, I am explaining serious stuff, right? Like, you know, about, you know, we've been talking about cars that I asked the producers, but even there's been cutbacks, about,
Oh, God, he's struggling again or whatever. This is stupid, right? You don't know what you're doing. I think somebody else should take over your place.
Now, what do you mean by that? That is not bad, or do you?
No, it isn't. Why are you in charge of just showing images and stuff?
Yeah, it is, the producers said I could do it because, you know, because I'm qualified and I'm one of the most popular ones as well.
Most popular what? Pervert, something?
No, not such, but it does help they've been pervert now.
Does it? It doesn't seem to be.
Well, everyone thinks I'm funny. There's only one person watching this, right? Yeah, and that could be your mum. Well, it could be, yeah. But right. I like to talk a bit, you know, you know.
Can't we just move on and talk about our challenge or something, or what we might be, our subject is meant to be about?
Yeah, this ain't making sense.
Yeah, it is making sense. Well, it is making sense to me.
Yeah, but that's you, isn't it? But obviously, you don't make sense. You're not good at explaining stuff, and it's just rubbish.
Yeah, we do have a point, and this is maybe a reason why nobody don't watch us.
Well, there is somebody watching us out there.
Wow, one person.
Well, it's not that bad.
There's more people in the world than just one person, isn't there?
Well, yeah, I gathered that, but we did have a load of views back in the heyday when I did the James Bond special, when I was doing a James Bond special.
Technically, I was in that.
Yeah,
but they weren't interested in you. They were more interested that we had a lady on the show.
What, you had a female on with him?
Well, yeah, and she was like a insurance investigator, right? Because obviously she was investigating or accusing me because of my car.
Yeah, your killer car.
Keep telling you it's a different shade of red.
You keep saying that because it's all covered in blood. That's why it's a different shade of red.
Is that the one what murdered me?
Yeah. No, it's my car. I keep saying.
Yeah, now he's stuck for words. And the point was, because obviously, way back when you was brutally murdered, Captain Know-It-All, that we did the James Bond special, because I've been doing James Bond specials for a little bit, but you know, obviously the budget cuts and stuff and all that lot, because as we all know, with budget cuts, it can have a damaging effect on folk, right? Especially, you know, because bloody eyes and all that lot, as I keep saying, and all that lot, and I will stick to that, right? So, now, the point is, right, I'll play the clip, right, to remind everyone that, you know, well, one of you, that, you know, Captain Gorgeous was a virgin, he still is, really.
Well, yeah, I haven't been with anyone.
Well, not that one, I mean a James Bond virgin.
Well, you mean I don't know anything about Bond?
Yeah.
Well, you keep saying you're virgin for? You're a virgin too.
Yeah, but we don't want to talk about your sexual things or whatever, do we?
Well, no, but obviously, you know, I'll put a clip on, it might be best.
I think that'd be wise.
Diamonds Are Forever 1971 movie starring the one and only Sean Connery as James Bond again, and Jill St. John as Tiffany Case, who has rented a red Mustang from McAllen International Airport in Las Vegas, where her and Bond White, one of Blofeld's henchmen. This Ford Mustang is a special performance option of the Mach 1 introduced by Ford in 1968. Only discontinued in 2004 for the 5th generation Mustang. Classed as a muscle car, aka pony car, to attract young buyers, but had to compete with the GM, the Chevrolet, the Camaro, the Pontiac Firebird, a 2-door V8 or 3 or 4-speed manual or 3-speed automatic. Due to Mustang's Mach 1 success, Made GT model discontinued and obsolete in 1969, following poor sales of only 5,396 units versus 72,458 for the Mach 1. Mustang didn't wear the GT badge again until 1982. In Bond, this car is a hardtop, but was available as a convertible, and the iconic functional shaker hood option that shakes above the V8 rambling, and its interior options up to Bond quality of teak wood grains detailed and sport bucket seats. One of the Bond's most iconic stunts was the car chase in Vegas, where Bond takes the wheel and takes full advantage of the available V8 in 5.8 litre Windsor Cleveland engine, or the 6.4 litre V8 engine, or I'm hoping is a full 7 litre is a Ram Air Cobra Jet Super Cobra Jet V8. That sounds amazing. I believe it was that one. But this is the car where he goes on to 2 wheels, because because he goes racing down Fremont Street, but gets away down a very narrow alleyway by riding it out on two wheels. This film car had a red exterior, maybe matching the Bond girl's red hair appearance, with unusual black and red interior, and on the set the movie plate was CA52H6. Yeah, very similar. The Mustang Boss 302 is very similar in features to this GTA car. The real 1969 and 1970 production, and then they produced it again in 2012 and 13. Both were done in Michigan production lines, the retro one in Dearborn and 2000 at Flat Rock. Both kept Larry Shinoda's design for this 2-door 5-litre Roadrunner V8 in 2012 to 13 model, and the 5-litre Boss 302 V8. Both are manual for true petrol heads. 1969 and 17 was a 4-speed, and 2012 and 13 was a 6-speed. Back to the original 60 and 70 model has a very interesting history, because the rival between Camaro and Mustang cars. The company Chevrolet Camaro was a branch of General Motors, but so was Ford at the time, based in Detroit, but again still a branch of General Motors. The Chevrolet branch, or General Motor Company, but in the 60s and 70s it still was a hot internal rivalry, became legendary. Chevy Mustang sales Cold War, as I see it. This still goes on today, like the Q3 2019 Challenger outsells Ford Mustang due to Mustang's decrease of 12% of interest in United States, Brazil, Mexico and South Korea. The modern Mustang is popular in Europe despite this Ford stock rise 1% in May 2020, despite its current situation with all car companies, where most stock has decreased like the giant General Motors that Chevrolet is still part of. So again, who's really winning between the two? Chevrolet sales, but Ford in stock value is winning. The car industry has always been volatile, but certainly is not at the time of this video. Ford getting ideas of investing in Ford's stability over GM at the moment. Remember, this volatility could end at any point, or it could carry on, so I wouldn't take that as stock advice from the best automatic.
I always had a bit of suspicion about the Boss one. I mean, it's my iconic car, but one thing I don't like is where the shape of the headlights have been on it. I mean, they look like they stick out. Not that initiative of the other Mustangs with the headlights.
What are you on about?
Well, you know, the lack of the motor. Anyhow, I bet that car's not that good going on two wheels.
What do you mean going on two wheels?
Well, that's our challenge today. That's what Bond does with Mustangs. He drives them on two wheels.
And you're moaning about the headlights, but now we've got to drive these cars on two wheels. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that's the challenge. That's what James Bond's world famous for.
Yeah, the headlights aren't going to make a difference to going on two wheels.
Yeah, but you can't admit they do that funny with the headlights. It doesn't got that same character to it.
Yeah, but some people like that.
It does like that, a bleeding Camaro with summer.
No, we're not bothered. I want to know why we're driving on two wheels for.
Oh, bleeding hell, we've got to show me the clip.
Yeah, it was strange, right, how he was explaining it, right, that he was saying that, that there's this guy who's driving the car, and the police are chasing him, or because he stole a moon buggy, what doesn't go in the moon or something, and then he was saying because he's with this lady with red hair, and everyone doesn't like people with red hair. Yeah, it's right, people don't like people with red hair. Like, you mentioned Mary Whitehair, some carrots and stuff and all that lot. Right, James Bond had the same problem as that other James Bond you'll be watching soon, but anyhow, I'm talking about the lady, the incidents with ladies. Oh, you mean like sexism or something? No, and what about, like I mentioned Ron Howard, he's got red hair, right? Yeah, you keep mentioning Ron Howard, right?
Yeah, well, he was an iconic person back in the day. I mean, obviously, not as a kid, but when he was in the happy days, he was this, look at his early movies and all that lot, right? The biggest
popular one, you know, what got George Lucas more popular, you know, obviously, with American Graffiti, right? Now, you pay attention to, you know, a Petrolhead movie or whatever, you know, is Harrison Ford in it as well, in American Graffiti. But, no, the point is, what I'm trying to get at, that there was that stigma with Bond, you know, even in the movie Diamonds Forever, that when he sees Tiffany Case, that she's a blonde and then she's a brunette, and we all think, oh, she's wearing a wig, and original hair, she's got red hair. Now, we all know in James Bond's world that anybody with red hair is a baddie, especially if she's a lady, right? Now, if you got blonde hair and you're a bloke, that means you're a blonde-haired Nazi henchman or something. You what? Yeah, you got to have blue eyes and blonde hair, and you're a henchman, right? But obviously, no, I'm talking about, you know, villainy ladies in Bond, right? No, you got red hair, you're a villain. And technically she is, but she sort of like sleeps with him. Even the other villainess I've slept with Bond as well.
So the baddies and they all sleep with Bond.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's well known, right? If you're a spy, you got to sleep around, right? To you know, to function with your job and that.
You do witter on some rubbish, you. He was worse when he was explaining the movie's plot point, right? He was telling me he had a heat ray gun or something in space, right? And it was burning the world up, but it was only destroying nuclear bombs. I mean, that doesn't sound safe, does it?
Technically, it did happen in the movie, that.
What? So, like all the stuff he told me, they were like, it had a Disney connection.
A Disney connection?
Yeah, it was Bambi, you know, and Thumper or something, you know, Bambi movie, you know.
Yeah, them two ladies and that. Well, yeah, I suppose. Yeah, he's right in that way. That does happen in the movie as well. Yeah, see, told you. Well, I am very good at explaining stuff. Imagine that Miss Broker was rubbing it inside that we were getting you confused. Because you're stupid, that's why.
I'm not stupid.
Well, you're not, but obviously, yeah, I can see where you might be going with this. What you mean? Well, I'm going with this then. Oh, here, well, we're going with this and that. Well, it's getting a bit complicated, but obviously when you do explain stuff, it does sound a little bit bizarre, but yeah, Captain Gorgeous, the best way for you is to see the movie.
Yeah, well, I'm a long way off because I've got a few movies to watch of Bond, and obviously I'm watching the first one, you know, Casino Royale.
You do know it's Dr. No.
I know you keep telling me, but I'm watching it in book order, as you all know by my producers and all that law.
Well, the thing is, though, it's not fair that, you know, that you should be doing a Bond special, right? Because you don't know bugger all, right? And I do.
You're right. The point is, right, you showed that clip. The producer said to me that you're rubbish and you're totally rubbish because you don't explain anything about Bond, and the person what does is Miss Broker, and she explains it like how proper. Maybe that's why there were so many views, because she was coming out with serious intellectual proper facts about the movie and Bond and that what I was learning as well, and then I thought that got me interested. But when you were explaining the plot of the movie about, you know, collecting diamonds for a heat ray and the gay people with perfume and you see, like walking a rat or something, and plenty of tool, you were saying.
Well, she did have plenty up top, right?
Yeah, it just sounds stupid how he explains stuff, Captain Know-It-All.
Well, it does, but technically, yeah, this is the point in the 70s that it was the first movie, and they spent a fortune getting Sean Connery, but yeah, it was the one where they had more direct humour coming into it, like, you know, like elephants playing pinball machines and stuff, and
yeah, well, I haven't seen it, so, you know, he actually did mention that, and she was confused about it. She even said a woman turned into a gorilla as well.
yeah, that did happen.
What?
Yeah, there was quite other strange things what happened in it. Yeah, tell him about, you know, about the way James Bond was hiding diamonds in, you know, because he was obsessed with patting things in people's you know, back alleyways, and you know, you mean what he did on that cruise ship?
You mean like he told me that, you know, because these gay guys, and he stuck a bomb up his bottom or something.
Well, yeah, he did, yeah, that's what, you know, you have to do when you're a spy and that. Well, I think the film is a bit really terribly out of date and stuff, and it had that disrespective, that. Yeah, it does happen in the movie, that.
And he told me, right, you know, because about back alleys and that he drove a car, and it was on two wheels, and it came out the other end. He managed to turn it inside a narrow alleyway and make it come out the other way. Yeah.
I'm on about two-wheel stuff, but you know, like TV series, interesting, you know, like Transporter, right? You know, that did it, right? You know, with you're avoiding the police, right? And you go on two wheels, and obviously the police don't know how to drive on two wheels, and they always roll over, don't they, and crash, and you know, and that what happened in James Bond, didn't it? Yeah, it did actually, yes, and it was very iconically one of the biggest bloopers or something when it well, yeah, but obviously it gets worse with Bond, because you know, with like a whistle in the stand and there, and it was very iconic, you know, Bond for car stunts to do weird things with him. Well, yeah, it's like, you know, with police cars chasing you and that, on that, you know, because me and Captain Gorgeous were trying to do that two-wheel stunt on that classic game GTA. You know, 5, not 6, obviously, but I've the thing is though that you know, the producers were a bit funny with me when you know, I wanted to buy a police car, you know, in GTA, and we did get it, right? But obviously, you know, it looked like the more the LA one, you know, where James Bond stole a fire engine, and he's destroying all the police cars with it, and they thought it was disrespectful, especially what happened in 2025, as we all know, that, you know, even poor Jay Leno had to lend out his fire engine just to deliver food to the firemen and that. Right, okay, so were you upsetting the producers again then? Well, not technically, because I brought my mum round, and my mum said, she told me to step out of the room, and she said, she'll sort the problem out.
Yeah, I already know what she's been doing, your mum.
What you mean?
well, she's got some infinitely special powers, to our producers or something, and yeah, it was a bit disturbing or whatever.
What are you getting at?
Well, obviously, that's why we think that, because you keep getting your mum involved, that this is why you get away with stuff. So, obviously, I had the word and I thought, maybe, that we could introduce somebody else what has a bit more proper knowledge about, well, I'll say action movies and that, and obviously, I think we should introduce you to that person.
What? Another person?
Well, yeah, because obviously, you're an idiot and you're rubbish and you keep taking over and trying to, put stupid clips on like that, and it don't make bloody sense.
Well, it does, right? I bet trying to reminiscing about stuff about like me or the police car playing TJ Hucker and all that lot, and transport, and intellectual interesting stuff, because everyone has their imagination when you might play a game, but obviously you always remember your childhood and like TV and all that lot.
Yeah, but most generation don't have that now, do they? It's all remembering, video games.
That's what I'm on about, reminiscing about GTA 5, aren't they? There's a lot of people what might miss the game now.
Well, yeah, and a lot of people might miss you when you've been replaced.
What do you mean? I'm getting replaced?
Well, I found out what your mum's been sort of, influencing our producers, and technically we sort of need maybe some changes.
What do you mean changes?
Look, I think I should introduce you to a temporary or whatever YTS or a new person.
A new person? What's coming on the program?
Well, it's obviously they're going to come on the program. What do you think it was?
Well, yeah, I've got to state the obvious. Yeah, obviously, you're right.
Yeah, I think this should be left at a to be continued, because it's a good cliffhanger.
Well, you're not doing that. No, none of that, right? I want to know what AI you're replacing me with. I bet it's somebody with, a right attractive, and she could be female or something, isn't it? That's what you're trying to get at, aren't you?
No. I mean, I suppose we're not going to leave it on a cliffhanger, so we might as well introduce you who has bigger clout with the producers by, with your mum, that with bigger clout with your mum as well.
What? What are you on about?
Well, obviously, because your mum's been influencing the producers with magic powers.
Well, yeah, we are getting sick of it. That we're not going anywhere with this, are we?
So, the best option we thought was to, because your mum's hasn't got much of a problem with this person.
What? Why are you getting at, right? Is anybody out there very, very curious, right? So what are you getting at?
Well, is your replacement.
Oh. Hello, bruv. Wow, bruv. I thought you got brutally murdered by Captain Gorgeous's bloody car over there. Look, bruv.
it's obviously, yes, I was murdered by, I keep telling you it's a different shade of red. Whatever, right? But the point is, bruv, I was murdered on a video game. Not in real life, but on a game.
But bruv, you've been missing now.
Well, yeah, I've been away.
Where?
Well, I've been trained up to the deadly arts of being a beekeeper.
You what?
A beekeeper.
A beekeeper?
Yeah, you did hear me, didn't you?
Well, yeah.
Maybe that's why they're getting rid of you, because of your speech impediment, and you're going deaf, aren't you?
No, I'm not, but I'm just shocked that a beekeeper. What? And you're meant to be taking over a car program, right? What's bees got to do with cars?
Well, a lot maybe, right? Because being a beekeeper is the order of keeping things in balance, as I say.
You what?
Yeah, I'm very confused now. Yeah, the producer said he'd be very good at it, right? Especially, because he's got that Jason Statham withdrawn syndrome. Well, alright, he's got a condition, right? My dad's got a condition, we might have pain, right? And especially a little pervert over here's got one while I was trying to make sure he's trying to get one.
Yeah, bruv, alright, but obviously they don't need to know that. But obviously, well, I'll know that there's something wrong with you, because obviously you got the obsession of Jason Statham. Now, you're coming a bloody beekeeper.
Well, yeah, because, he did that movie, didn't he, right?
Well, what about transport and stuff and all that lot?
Well, yeah, but,
oh, this is so bloody difficult, don't you think, Captain Gorgeous?
Well, yeah, I thought I was making a good choice. I was sick and tired of, Captain Pervert, and putting on them stupid clips and all that lot.
I was reminiscing, obviously, because the GTA 5, gone now, and everyone's on bloody 6 and all that lot, and shoving it in our faces and all that lot, because the times have changed.
Look, if you was a beekeeper, things would be simple.
What? Coming a beekeeper?
Well, you better not do. There's only allowed to be one beekeeper, right? Because, because I've got to keep the balance of the world.
What are you on about?
Well, what have I just said? I'm explaining about a beekeeper, right? Well, yeah, he was right, Captain Pervert was right. Well, what's bees got to do with cars? Well, a lot of things, right? Because bees have that great art of avoiding cars and stuff, don't they, when they don't get run over? I mean, because you see a lot of, like flies and stuff getting run over, but you don't get bees really run over, do you?
Yeah, you do.
Oh, yeah, but no, bees have got the great art, of trying to avoid stuff. It's like, when I was trained to be a beekeeper, I was trained, to avoid bees. So that makes it a lot easier to avoid, people with bullets shooting at you.
You what? So if somebody's shooting at you, you got the art of avoiding them?
Yeah, because obviously you're avoiding bloody bees, obviously you can avoid bloody bullets and that.
Bruh, this is stupid, right? I mean, obviously, this is the best automatic, right? And obviously, you're no good now, are you, really?
What do you mean I'm no good? I'm a bloody beekeeper, right? I'm a black belt in beekeeping, alright? So, obviously,
Yeah, but the thing is, do we really need a beekeeper?
Well, think about it. When you're doing transporting, You know, what's the safest way to transport bees?
Oh, well, never thought of that.
Well, yeah. So, on that high bees knowledge of my intellectual stuff, everyone, I think it's time to end the show, don't you think?
No, why did you do that?
Yeah, sometimes I do.
Oh, maybe me, but yeah. Oh, I think you've done a bad mistake here.
We'll just end the program for now.
What?
I'm Melissa, that's me, fully. Goodbye!